What's going on? Welcome again to SBN Lineups featuring Philly D and Steve, the Fantasy Assassin. Check us out on Twitter at SBN Lineups. You can find the videos on Facebook and Instagram at No Limit Fantasy Sports. Today we're talking NHL. Check out CryptoFantasySports.com where we have our own free tournament. And every day we give away $10 to the winner. It's called the SPN Lineup Special. Only one catch. You have to include the player I'll be naming later in the show to be eligible for that prize. Check out Crypto Fantasy Sports. In the links below, you can sign up for exclusive bonuses. We had a winner in our tournament yesterday. Adamovic 6666. Leave a comment with your NLC2 address and we'll ship your prize. Why the extra 6, buddy? I gotta ask. Alright, Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. And, in a mistake that we're just not going to make again, we did pick the wrong Evgeny last night.
Evgeny.
He was unsatisfied after a 5-1 loss to the Blue Jackets on Monday, so Evgeny Kuznetsov, he had 2 goals to lead the Caps over the Senators 3-2. If you're keeping track at home, the Senators have now lost 5 games in a row.
Another one to keep track of at home is Taylor Hall's point streak, now up to 22 games, as he scored a goal and got an assist in the Devils' 3-2 win over the Pens. This has been somewhat of a dream season in New Jersey, as it looks like their goals, their dreams are all coming true, and they're getting closer to that sweet Stanley Cup.
But I would say the top performance of the night was definitely in Minnesota. We told you yesterday that Eric Stahl's been playing amazing, even in the midst of a family tragedy. Well, hockey always takes a backseat to family. As the Hats came down in Minnesota, you definitely imagine Eric and everyone watching had to feel pretty emotional. But it wasn't the only 5-point night in Minnesota. An 8-3 win will do that. Jason Zucker, he had a goal and 4 assists, and he's 1 assist away from a Matthew Barzal hat trick. But teammate Mikael Granlund, he had 2 goals and 2 assists on the night for 4 points as well.
The Stars blanked the Flames 2-0 as Ben Bishop got his 5th shutout of the season. The Kings were able to snatch 4 points against the Golden Knights in 2 days, who are still tied for first in the Western Conference, but the Preds have a game in hand. The Sharks beat the Oilers 5-2 as Evander Kane had a nice debut with 2 assists. But the real star of the night was Joe Pavelski with a goal and 3 assists.
Charlie McAvoy had the game winner in OT for the Bruins as they beat the Canes 4-3. The Bruins got 2 goals from people named R. Nash, 1 apiece from Riley and 1 from new addition Rick. The Preds and Jets, they combined for 11 goals in a back-and-forth game that was pretty much the Western version of the last night's Toronto and Tampa match. Preds' Roman Josi, he actually did get the Matthew Barzal hat trick with 5 assists on the night. Craig Smith had 2 goals for Nashville, and Mark Scheifele chipped in 2 for Winnipeg. But by far, the most important goal of the night was Matt Hendricks' tally to open up the second period, which won Maryland from Saskatoon a $250 Sobeys gift card. Congratulations, Maryland.
That's awesome. But enough about last night. We got 5 games to look at tonight. St. Louis and Calgary playing a back-to-back tonight after looking like crap last night. So look for more of that to continue. St. Louis gets to take on Detroit at home, while Calgary heads to Colorado to take on the Avs. I got the Avs in that game. Tampa Bay plays Buffalo at home. You'd think it'd be like an easy win for Tampa Bay, but Buffalo's been playing up to their competition and not giving anybody any gimmies. One game that might be a little tricky is the Islanders and the Habs. Habs have lost 8 of their last 9. The Islanders are kind of on their own little skid, losing 5 of their last 7. But, I mean, they got a game against Montreal, so that's a good way to bounce out of a rut.
And finally, the Rangers head to Vancouver to start their mini West Coast trip. They're 9-8-12 on the season in road games and losers of their last 7, so it could be a big game for the Canucks tonight. Last night's slump buster, Braden Shen, he did have an assist to shake off his pointless streak, but the Blues lost 8-3. I mean, there really wasn't much that Braden could do, though. In fact, he was actually the only Blues skater to be on the plus side of the plus-minus stat, and he won 14 of his 21 faceoffs. I guess it's kind of easy to see why Shen was frustrated seeing the Blues become deadline sellers and, losing their last 7 in a row and quickly fading from playoff contention. Not a good recipe.
Well, I wouldn't call this a huge slump. Tonight's slump buster. Brock Bozer only has 3 points and no goals in his last 6 games for the Canucks. The Rangers are starting a quick 3-game West Coast trip in Vancouver. And you guys know how much the Rangers suck. They're worse than the Blues.
Over to the value picks. Starting off with Ryan Spooner. So Philly just told you how bad the Rangers suck. But there's still some room for some good individual fantasy performances on the team. At 3,700, he's a steal. He's already seen time on the power play with the Rangers, which he really didn't get much of over in Boston. Tyson Jost, another center, he's 3,300 for Colorado. And I've listed him here a bunch because it's only going to be a matter of time before it all clicks for him. And many guys had him as up to the number 2 prospect coming into the season. And for the Avs, having Nathan McKinnon back really helps their offense. And I just see Jost and a lot of other guys getting involved a bit more. Over at left wing, we're going to keep rolling with Daniel Sedin until he stops scoring. Still with the same $4,200 price tag, he's racked up 5 goals and 9 points in his last 7 games. Also in Vancouver, an extreme value of $2,900, his teammate Jake Vertman, though not without some risks. There's no doubt that the talent's there for the former number 6 overall pick, but the results just really haven't followed. I've noticed an uptick in his ice time over the last few games, and that's why he's on the list, so he's worth mentioning at such a low price. Over in goal, Jimmy Howard's got a nice matchup tonight as Detroit heads to St. Louis. He's won his last 2 games with a total of 64 saves, and if you're looking to save some money in goal, I'd definitely roll with Jimmy.
Love Jimmy. Nice picks, buddy. Tons of action. All right, the moment that all 6 of you have been waiting for, the SPN lineups, player of the day. Make sure to have him in your lineup for your chance to win $10 in no limit coin in the SPN lineup special. Today's player of the day, center for Colorado, making you pay up $7,800, Nathan McKinnon. Get him in your lineup. Make sure to check us out on Twitter at SPN Lineups. Check out Facebook and Instagram, No Limit Fantasy Sports. Check out CryptoFantasySports.com and all the links below. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and please leave me a comment. I got a new microphone. How am I sounding today? Is it sexy? Is it terrible? Let me know. Have a good day. Good luck. See you tomorrow.
Congratulations, Maryland.
Maryland.